Tosca benefits and why most of the clients will choose the Tosca nowadays. Okay, and after that, what are the pros and cons of the using this tool? And we can discuss about the Tosca introduction in the same session. Once we can discuss about the introduction to the Tosca, and we can see the installation and setup. So guys, this is a licensed tool and we need to get the license, but the license is Tosca. We usually get the free trial version. Okay, so the process of the getting the license and process of the installation, our team will help you out. You don't need to worry about it, but make sure that you should have the 4 GB RAM with your updated Windows version. That's all you need. And then coming to the Tosca commander, Tosca no, Ashok. Basically, like it won't support the Mac as of now. But what you can do is you can just download any virtual machine and you can install that, and then you can use the Tosca in that virtual machine. Yeah. And the Tosca commander. So Tosca commander is the main key a key part of the Tosca, and we have a different sections we have, however, in usual terminology in the testing. So in that usually we have a testing requirements, and it is the Tosca is a model based test automation. So we have a modules here. The modules is nothing but we can steer the application and we can store the technical parameters of an elements from an application. So if you wanted to scan, I mean, if you wanted to automate any application, we can steer that application and we can store all the properties of the elements in the form of modules. So, and here in the Tosca we have everything is drag and drop. So once our module is getting created, we can drag and drop that module into our test cases, and then we can create our test cases in the test cases section. And coming to the execution list section, whatever the test cases we are developed, we can drag and drop the test cases into execution list, and we can execute our test scripts in the execution list section. And coming to the test case design section, in the test case design section, usually we have maintain our test data. So for every type of testing, we need to have the test data. So here we have a very best feature we have in our Tosca, that is test case design. So here, however, we maintain our test data in Excel in the same format, in the same form. We can maintain our data in the test case design section. And coming to the check-in and check-out update. So guys, here I hope you people have aware about a repository. However, we have the repositories in other tools. Selenium and other tools. So however, in the same format, we have a single user repository, multi-user repository. The name itself, for the single user, the only the user who created the single user repository, he is the admin of the particular repository, and he is the only one person who is going to be do the access to the particular repository. But coming to the multi-user repository, in multi-user repository, we should have the multiple users is going to be access the particular repository. So for the single user repository, we don't need to have any database. For coming to the multi-user repository, yes, we should have some database to connect to the, for creating the multi-user workspace, or else multi-user repository, you can call it as. Yeah. And coming to the record and playback, here we have a record and playback features. So by doing the recording, we can generate the script, and we can play back what actually we recorded. So in the same form, like we have a modules and object identifications. There are the different ways of the object identification, and we have a different action modes. We have those are the different action modes we have in our test cases section for inputting any test data, verifying and wait on, or if you wanted to run any runtime values in any buffers, we can store that. So in the same format, like we have a different action modes, and we will going to discuss in the action mode session. And synchronization is nothing but it will be sync with our application. So the Tosca is going to be in sync with the target application. So for that we should have the maintain the proper synchronization with our target application. So standard modules. So in the standard modules, here in our Tosca, the best feature is standard modules. So by using the standard modules, our automation efforts is going to be reduced. So however, like we have a open URL like that, we have a standard modules. By using those standard modules, the efforts for the designing the test script making easy. Okay, and the same as, I mean, we will discuss in the standard module session. And coming to the arithmetic operations and string operations and dynamic expressions. So randomly generating the any values or any numbers, we can use the random dynamic expressions. And we have arithmetic operations and string operations. If you wanted to calculate or anything, or if you wanted to do any arithmetic operations, we have a specific operations we have, and with respect to their syntaxes. And coming to the data operations, so for the data operations, we are going to, if in our automation or if in our testing, if we need to get any system data or dynamic date generation automatically in the form of execution, we have a specific syntaxes. So yes, here in our Tosca we have a syntaxes for, and we have a very good feature to get format, date format in our required format. Okay, and however, like in Selenium we have a libraries, right? So in the same form we have a RTBs here, reusable test step blocks. So we can, this is the most important thing here in our Tosca, and which is very helpful to whenever we have any new challenges or in the test data, we can change in the RTB, and it will be automatically reflected in every test cases which we have developed, and conditions and loops. So this is the only one, if you people can see, this is which are related to the coding language or programming language, that is conditional statements, if else condition, and repetitions. So here also you no need to write any single step of uh, code or any single program. So everything we have in our Tosca. And working with the tables, and we have a different types of engines we have which we need to speed any type of applications. And yes, we can automate the Excel, and we can get the data from Excel, and we can verify the data from Excel, and we can input the data to the Excel. And the test case design, so here we can, after creating the test sheets, we can map the test sheet. I mean, test sheet is nothing but the maintaining the test data in the form of test sheet in TCD section. For the generating the instances, we have a different 5 methods of generations are there. We can discuss in the test case design section. And more on the modules, we have specific parameters are there which we need, adding any technical parameters and dynamic handling of the objects. Yeah, 1 minute guys. Yes, I'm back. And in the execution list, like how we can create execution, and how we can link the test cases to the execution set, and how we can get the execution results, and all we can discuss in the execution list section. All right, and here we have a recovery scenarios and reporting. So the recovery scenario and reporting, the name itself, it was stating that if in our execution, it could be interrupt our execution with I mean, for example, in the form, whenever we are executing the set of test cases, if any unknown pop-up will be getting populated, due to that unknown pop-ups, our execution will be interrupted. So to handle these type of errors and these type of interrupts, we have a recovery scenario in our Tosca, and we have a reporting session. So after execution, we have a different ways of reporting, and we can report our execution results in the form of PDFs and all. And once it's done, like we can discuss what are the standards we need to follow in the real time, and we can discuss about the interview questions. So these are all the topics we are going to cover basically in the Tosca, and these are all the topics we have in our Tosca. Okay, all right, so let me open the notepad. Yes, so are you able to see my screen, guys? So Tosca, it is automation tool, and here in our Tosca, we don't need any scripting, or else we don't need any programming language knowledge, or we don't need any scripting we don't need any programming or any scripting language. So it's a scriptless, and there is no coding here in this tool, and it will supports more than 250 plus applications. And Tosca is invited by Tricentis. So it is a like Austrian company, and this company has different products like Tosca, Qtest, and Flood, and API, and so we have a different products we have in the Tricentis, and the Tosca is the one of the best product among them. Okay, let's see the differences between Selenium, EFT, and Tosca. So Tosca is like, as I said, Tricent is Austrian company, and it is a licensed product. And in market, we have a 14.2 version. It is the latest version. The free version, we are usually getting the 14 days, 30 days, or 45 days. So this is the for getting the free version, we should have we have some process to get this, and our team will help you out how we can get this free trial version. And the majorly I wanted to discuss with you in this workshop, the difference between the HP, EFT, and Selenium and Tosca. So whenever we are having look into the other tools in our market, majorly we can see EFT and Selenium. And nowadays we are getting Tosca. From the last few years, the Tosca is in the market, and we can discuss the differences between the HP, EFT, Selenium, and Tosca. And it is a commercial tool by Micro Focus, and hence it requires a license and it expensive. Yes. So Manaki, so here in UFT we have it is a expensive tool. All right. And whenever we can see compare this with Selenium regarding to the license, it is an open source testing tool, hence it does not require any license. It is completely free. anyone can access and anyone can use this Selenium. But coming to the Tosca, it is a licensed product and it is more expensive than the UFT. It is licensed product and more expensive than the UFT. All right. And it is used for the testing client server applications, and it can be test web applications and desktop applications. So we have there is a limitation to automate the applications. Here we can automate only web-based and desktop applications, and by using the Selenium also we can automate web application and the mobile application also we can automate. But coming to the Tosca, here we can automate web application, ERP application, API testing, and SAP applications, and Java and .NET, mainframe. Like this, it can be integrated with the more than the 250 plus applications. Yes, we can able to automate more than the 250 plus applications by using this Tosca, and it is mostly efficient for SAP and Salesforce and the web applications and the ERP applications. Okay, yeah. And coming to the QTP test can only be developed in the QTP IDE. So however, we can develop any script whenever we use UFT or Selenium, we should have our IDEs. Like however, we can use it for the Selenium, we can use Eclipse. So in the same way, we can use some IDE in HP UFT. But coming to the Tosca, we don't need any IDEs. And coming to the HP UFT, it will only support the VB scripting. So whenever we are going to develop any script in UFT, we should have the knowledge on VB scripting. And coming to the Selenium, we should have the minimum knowledge of Java, .NET or Ruby, Perl, PHP, and many other programming languages like Python also. At least we should have these programming languages or these scripting languages. We should have the knowledge on that. So, but coming to the Tosca, we don't need any programming language, and it is scriptless. And coming to the HP UFT, it will be comes with a built in object repository. So yes, in every automation tool, we should develop the object repository, and we can the maintaining of the object repository, the platforms are completely different from one to one and one to another the tool. So however, here we can maintain the HP ALM, and coming to the Tosca, we can maintain it in our Tosca Commander module sections. Yes, and this is the major differences between the all other tools when we have compared with HP UFT, Selenium, and Tosca. And I would be like to tell you one more thing. So Tosca, usually we can call it as Tosca, but the Tosca is, we can call it professionally Tosca test suite. So why we need to call this as a Tosca test suite? The suite, it has everything. If you can see here, we have a Tosca Commander, Tosca Enabler, Tosca Wizard, Tosca License Configuration, and Tosca Executor. These are the different applications we have under Tosca Test Suite. So Tosca Commander is nothing but where we can do our actual development of the scripts. So however, for the scanning and developing the test cases and executing the test cases, everything we can do it in here in Tosca Commander. And coming to the Tosca enabler, nothing but if you wanted to automate any third-party application, for example, you can take Java. If you wanted to automate Java application, you need to enable something as a prerequisite before you are going to automate the Java application. So the prerequisite is nothing but you have to enable some add-ons. So you can enable those add-ons in the Tosca enabler here. And coming to the Tosca wizard, so Tosca is all depends upon modules. So modules is nothing but we can scan the application, we can steer the application by using the scanning method. So whenever we start the scanning, the Tosca wizard will help us, and it will help us to create the modules. I mean, it will help us to scan the application. To steer the application, we should have the Tosca wizard. We can call this Tosca wizard as a Tosca XScan. And coming to the Tosca license configuration, Tosca license configuration is nothing but, as I said, it is a licensed product. Once we can get the license, we need to configure the license. So for the license configuration, we have a separate application we have here. In this Tosca license configuration, we can configure our license here. And coming to the Tosca executor, Tosca executor is nothing but in Tosca Commander, after developing all our test cases, we can execute those test cases in the execution list section. So whenever we kick off the execution of any script in the execution list section, Tosca executor will help us to execute the test cases from the commander, it seems. So that's why we have a Tosca executor here. And all these 5 applications together, we can call it as a Tosca test suite. And one of the best tool here, we have the Tosca in our present market. Yeah. Yes, I can open for of your questions. Someone already pinged in the chat box. Let me see. Can we retrieve from MongoDB? Data. All right. So if you have any database, yes, we can do the database testing using Tosca also. If you have any database, you wanted to get the data from the particular database, yes, we can retrieve the data. We can get the data from that database, and we can validate or we can verify in any another application. Yes. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, the present market for the Tosca is a very good, and I can say that why, because because the clients are completely moved to the Tosca from UFT and Selenium, even it is cost. Let me explain to you. So if you can take any script, or if you can take any script in Selenium or UFT, the client does not understand, who doesn't not have the knowledge on the particular thing, either the UFT or Selenium. But coming to the Tosca, who does not have the knowledge on the Tosca also, by going through the test case, the test step names and the test cases, they can understand what actually we are doing. And it is completely scriptless, codeless. No coding is required here. And the third point here is we can run the test cases from our system to the execution systems. That is completely call it as distributed execution. So parallelly we can do the execution, and whenever we have the release, or whenever we have any new code is going to deployed into our application, we can do the regression testing. So for doing this regression testing, Tosca is more helpful in the present market of any projects, any clients. Yeah. So the market for the Tosca is completely high when you compare with the UFT or Selenium. Why? Because here we can do database testing, functional testing, API testing, and it is more efficient for SAP applications and ERP applications, SAP and Oracle, and it is more efficient for the Salesforce application, and it is more efficient for the desktop applications. So these are all the reasons here our Tosca have high market in our present market. Okay. Any other questions, guys? And definitely, I can tell you one more thing. Yes. Okay. I'm getting the questions in the chat box. Yeah. Let me answer these questions. Which application are you going to take an example of real time? Yeah. If I join the course, which application are you going to take as an example for real time? Yes. We can take web application as an example. We can automate web application here. Why? Because in our Tosca, if we can come up with a very good knowledge on the web application using Tosca, yes, the remaining things will uh, very easy. Why? Because we have a more standard modules for the different applications. And what is the cleanup scenario? So cleanup scenario is nothing but, as I said, whenever we are executing the 10 test cases continuously, okay, and if you are got any unknown pop-up after third test case, due to this unknown pop-up your fourth test case is got failed. At that time, in recovery scenario, we can maintain some steps to kill that completely application, and we can execute the fourth test case again. Whenever the test steps is not going to perform as expected, or else is any test step is failed in the recovery scenario, then immediately cleanup scenario will come into picture, and it will do the same steps whatever we described here in the recovery scenario. Okay, coming to the fees, what is the fee of the course? So the related to the fee of course, yes, you can contact directly these numbers. I will ping you here to everyone. Yeah, you can directly contact to this number. They will be get in touch with you, and they will help you out all this. And the interested candidates, yes, please provide your contact number and email in the chat box. And our regular classes will be going to be held in the next few days, and the updates you will be get from the consultancy. The duration of the course is 4 to 5 weeks, 26 hours to 30 hours. Can you please provide your contact numbers and your email address in the chat box? All right. Yes, Dinesh. Regarding to the timing, yeah, it will be going to update to you by the team. Yeah, please provide your contact number and your email address so that you will be get the updates. All right. Any other questions, guys? Okay. I got a few of the contact numbers. Okay. And how many days we can access the video if we can join the course? Yes. You can related to the accessing of the video. You can contact. You will be get the notifications on the daily basis, Dinesh. And coming to your next question, can we do XML testing using Tosca? Yes. If we have an XML file, yes, we can do the XML testing using Tosca also. Ankit, Akanksha, and Kishore and Ram. Can you please provide your contact numbers and email IDs so that you will be get the notifications and the updates? Okay. All right, guys. So any other questions? Yeah, I have 3 more minutes. Yes, I will help you out if you have any questions. Yes, mostly it will be on morning time, Dinesh. All right. If nothing else, yes, we can go to drop off and see you guys. If you have any questions related to the course, or if you have any questions related to the timings and other details about the course, yes, you can better to reach. I provided the email ID and contact number. Yes. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.